What's up, boys? We're back on Bedwars. Back in middle school, a big passion of mine was ding-dong ditching. I feel like it's like the perfect thing to do, especially if you live in like the suburbs. It's just so easy. But with ding-dong ditching, I was kind of always one of those kids that thought someone was gonna come outside with a gun if I rang their doorbell more than once. So I was always a little bit scared when I was doing it, but all my friends were the exact opposite. They did not care at all. So over time, they kind of got me more used to it, and eventually we started getting a little bit bold with it. So we're just ding-dong ditching every once in a while. We're having a good time. But the only problem was we weren't seeing the people's reaction. But we were too scared to actually just like hide in their yard because we thought they'd definitely see us. Which they probably would, to be fair. So we came up with an idea. So the idea that we came up with was to set up our phones in the people's yards and hide them and film. And then go get the phones after. Like, who's gonna be looking around their yard for a little phone just, like, hidden? Like, there was no way they were gonna see it. Or so we thought. So one day, me and one of my friends are at his house. We're pretty bored, and we're just like, alright, you know, we should probably ding-dong ditch now. So we head out from his house. We go, like, a little bit away from his house. Like, we didn't go to his, like, direct neighbors. We just, like, we went, like, a block away, probably. I don't know what's going on. And so since we had to hide our phones in these people's yards, we kind of had to like scope out which houses this would work for. So obviously someone with like a completely open front yard we weren't going to do. But if they had like a tree or just anything, like that would probably work. So a lot of these houses were kind of just like open front yards, but eventually we got to one that was actually like, you know, had a tree and kind of taller grass and everything. And so we get to that house. We both set up our phones for some reason. Mine was like under the tree. His was like actually like in the tree. And so the couple times in the past that we had done this, we had the phone like really far away from the front door. Like there was just zero chance they'd see it. But this time with this house, that really wasn't an option. So we had it pretty close, but we just assumed to be fine. Like, you know, who's gonna be looking for a phone in their tree? Like, there's no way they're gonna see it. And so I feel like you can probably see where this is going. And so obviously, since we were recording, we took it a little bit farther than we normally would. We ring the doorbell once, run away, obviously. And so we run away so that, like, we could probably hear if they yell something, but they definitely won't see us. Or at least we thought. So we're on the road behind all these bushes, like, listening to hear if they say anything. And we didn't hear him say anything, so we just thought, okay, let's try it again. So we run up to the door, ring the doorbell again, and so we run away again, go to the same spot, and this time we hear something. It was like the classic thing you'd expect. They're just like, hello? Like, is anyone there? And we thought this was the funniest thing in the world. Like, I don't know why that was so funny at the time. So normally at this point, you'd like actually completely run away, but our phones were still there, so we kind of stood there and like tried to look through the bushes to like wait for them to leave. Not leave, but like go back inside. But instead, we see them walking towards us. And we're hid behind these bushes. We just kind of assume that they're just like, I don't know, trying to look for us, but like can't actually see us. But yeah, so we kind of stand there like pacing around because we don't really know what to do. And they kind of start getting closer and closer, still saying like hello, stuff like that. And so at this point we decide, okay, let's just pretend like we're just walking down the road. We have no involvement in this. We didn't see anything. And so we do that, and the person ends up coming up to us. And we're just trying to act like really casual, just walking around. And he goes, hey, I think someone's messing with me. People keep ringing my doorbell. I don't know what's going on. Did you guys see anything? And we're just like, oh, we got him. He has no idea. And so we're just like, oh yeah, we'll be sure to tell you if we see anybody. But yeah, I don't know. We didn't see anything. We just got out here. And he was like, okay, well, yeah, just let me know. I live right over there. Yeah, hopefully we can catch these kids. And we're like, oh yeah, dude, that's hooligans, right? And so he walks back to the house, and we're like, dude, this is crazy. This is the greatest prank of all time. We deserve like some Oscars after that act. But obviously, our phones are still at the house. So like, okay, let's wait like 5 minutes, make sure he's inside and everything, and then we'll go get him, and it'll be the funniest video of all time. Well, we're waiting around, and we go to get our phones, and they're not there. They are just gone. And immediately my heart just sank. This was the worst moment of my life. All the work we put into the prank, none of it mattered anymore. The phones were gone. In all seriousness, no, it actually was like a pretty bad moment because we would have to go up to the guy, knock on his door, and be like, hey, you find any phones? Find any phones in your yard? Right after we just told him that it wasn't us who ding-dong ditched him. And so, you know, it's a little bit of an awkward thing. And for some reason we didn't think of the idea of just going up, being honest, hey, you know, We were just ding-dong ditching. Probably should give our phones back. That just was not an option in that moment. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm on Skywars now. I just have to finish this video. Anyways, so yeah, we were just like pacing around, kind of like in front of his house. Just like, I don't know what to do right now. Because we couldn't just like let him have our phones and just be like, alright, well, you know, that sucks. Like, we weren't about to do that. But at the same time, we weren't gonna go up to his door and be like, hey, yeah, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we found the people, and they really want their phones back. Did you find a phone? So yeah, it was just kind of a predicament that we were in. And so eventually, after like a ton of just pacing around this dude's house, he comes out, and it's just so awkward. It is just unbelievably awkward. He comes up to us and he's like, hey, did you find those kids? And like it was pretty obvious he knew, but it was just still like so uncomfortable. And I was kind of like, no, not particularly. We kind of, yeah, I just kind of like didn't really say anything. I was like, oh no, I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. He was like, hey, are these yours by chance? And we're like, yeah. And I just felt so bad. Like I was like, yeah, we're really sorry. Like, I don't know, dude. And yeah, it was just incredibly uncomfortable. It was just incredibly uncomfortable because, like, I just felt bad at that point. Like, but yeah, so he gives our phones back. I'm on like the brink of tears at this point. This was like the most horrifying moment of my life. And so he gives our phones back. We literally, first thing we do, just delete all evidence that this happened. It was just such a bad moment. And so yeah, I never got to see what his reaction was, finding our phones just in his yard, unfortunately. But yeah, it was definitely, not the best experience. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that was kind of the end of my serial ding-dong ditching career. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, etc. I'll see you guys in the next one.